Yeah, how about this? The breaking news is transfer news just coming to us. Free agent John Stones has emerged as a potential option for Chelsea in this transfer window. Stones is, of course, searching for a new club after he left Manchester City at the end of his contract this month. The England defender is one of a number of central defenders that Chelsea are looking at. They've also held talks with Crystal Palace about Maxence Lacroix.
Let's go there.
Henry, you mentioned
as a shock target as contract nears expiration. The summer transfer window is beginning to gather momentum, and Chelsea are once again at the center of speculation. With the Blues determined to strengthen their squad ahead of the new season, fresh reports suggest that experienced England defender John Stones has emerged as a potential target as his contract is set to expire this July. While Chelsea have invested heavily in young talent over the last few transfer windows, there is a growing belief that the club also needs experienced leaders who can guide a youthful dressing room through the challenges of competing in the Premier League, Champions League, and domestic cup competitions. If Stones becomes available on a free transfer, it could represent one of the smartest pieces of business of the summer. Although no official agreement has been announced, the possibility of Chelsea making a move for the former Manchester City defender has quickly become one of the most talked about stories in the transfer market. A surprise opportunity for Chelsea. Chelsea's recruitment strategy has largely focused on signing young players with long-term potential. However, the team's performances over the past 2 seasons have also highlighted the importance of experience, leadership, and tactical intelligence. John Stones ticks all those boxes. At 32 years old, the England international remains one of the most accomplished defenders in world football. Having spent many successful years at Manchester City, Stones has won almost every major trophy available at club level, including multiple Premier League titles, the UAEF Champions League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, the UAEF Super Cup, and the FIFA Club World Cup. If his contract officially expires this July without a renewal, Chelsea would have the opportunity to sign a player with elite pedigree without paying a transfer fee. That possibility alone makes this one of the most intriguing transfer stories of the summer. Chelsea's need for experience. Chelsea possess enormous talent throughout the squad. Players such as Levi Colwill, Wesley Fofana, Benoit Badiashile, Trevoh Chalobah, and other young defenders have shown flashes of brilliance. However, injuries and inconsistency have prevented the club from establishing a settled defensive partnership. Throughout last season, Chelsea often looked vulnerable during crucial moments. Individual mistakes, lack of communication, and defensive instability cost valuable points. This is exactly where John Stones could make a significant impact. His calmness under pressure, excellent positioning, and understanding of the game could immediately improve Chelsea's defensive structure. Even if he were not guaranteed to start every match, his influence inside the dressing room could prove invaluable. A defender built for modern football. John Stones is no ordinary center-back. Over the years under Pep Guardiola, he transformed himself into one of football's most technically gifted defenders. Rather than simply clearing danger, Stones is comfortable bringing the ball out of defense, breaking opposition pressing lines, and helping control possession. He has also shown remarkable versatility. He can play as center-back, right-sided defender, defensive midfielder, inverted fullback. This tactical flexibility would offer Chelsea's coaching staff numerous options throughout a demanding campaign. Modern football demands defenders who are comfortable in possession, and Stones has been among the very best in that department for several years. Leadership Chelsea have been missing. Since the departures of several senior players over recent seasons, Chelsea have become one of the youngest squads in Europe. Youth brings energy and excitement. Experience brings composure. John Stones could help bridge that gap. His leadership is often understated because he is naturally quiet, but his performances on the pitch consistently set an example. Having played in countless Premier League title races, Champions League knockout matches, and major international tournaments with England, he knows exactly what is required to compete at the highest level. Those qualities cannot easily be bought. Winning mentality. One of Stones' biggest assets is his winning mentality. Few players available on the market can match his trophy collection. He understands how to prepare for big matches, how to handle pressure, how to remain calm in decisive moments, what it takes to win league titles. Chelsea's young squad could benefit enormously from having someone with that level of experience. Winning becomes a habit, and Stones has spent years developing that habit. Injury concerns. Of course, every transfer carries risks. One concern surrounding Stones is his recent injury record. Over the past couple of seasons, injuries have limited his appearances and occasionally disrupted his rhythm. Chelsea would undoubtedly conduct extensive medical assessments before making any offer. However, because he would arrive as a free agent, the financial risk would be considerably lower than spending $50 to $70 million on another defender. If managed carefully, Chelsea could still get several productive years from the England international. Financially sensible business. Chelsea have spent enormous sums in recent transfer windows. Despite their significant investment, financial fair play regulations continue to influence transfer decisions across European football. Signing John Stones on a free transfer would allow Chelsea to strengthen their squad without paying a transfer fee. The club could instead allocate more of its budget toward reinforcing other areas, such as striker, goalkeeper, winger, midfield depth. Free transfers involving elite players rarely become available. That is why Stone's situation has attracted attention from several clubs. Perfect mentor for Chelsea's young defenders. Perhaps the biggest benefit of signing Stones would be his influence on Chelsea's younger defenders. Levi Colwill, in particular, could learn a great deal from someone who has mastered positional play at the highest level. Young defenders improve not only through playing matches, but also through training alongside experienced professionals every day. Stones could help accelerate their development both tactically and mentally. Premier League experience cannot be bought. Unlike many overseas signings who require time to adapt, Stones already knows every challenge the Premier League presents. He understands physical intensity, fast transitions, tactical battles, pressure from supporters, media expectations. That experience would allow him to make an immediate impact. Chelsea would not need to wait months for adaptation. International pedigree. Stones has also enjoyed an outstanding international career with England. He has represented his country at multiple FIFA World Cups and UAEF European Championships, regularly facing the very best attackers in world football. Those experiences further enhance his value. Players who consistently perform on the international stage bring confidence and professionalism into club football. Why Chelsea could appeal to Stones. If Stones does leave Manchester City, Chelsea could offer him a fresh challenge. Joining another ambitious Premier League club would allow him to remain in England while continuing to compete at the highest level. Chelsea's project is centered around building a team capable of challenging for major honors once again. For an experienced player looking to contribute both on and off the pitch, that opportunity could be attractive. Competition for his signature. Chelsea are unlikely to be alone in the race. A defender of Stones' quality becoming available on a free transfer would naturally attract interest from clubs across Europe. Premier League rivals, Serie A giants, and clubs from the Saudi Pro League could all explore the possibility of signing him. Chelsea may therefore need to act quickly if they genuinely decide to pursue the England defender. What Chelsea fans think. Supporters have expressed mixed opinions. Some believe signing another player in his 30s goes against Chelsea's long-term recruitment model. Others argue that every successful team needs experienced winners alongside promising youngsters. Many fans point to the balance seen in elite squads, where experienced professionals help younger teammates navigate difficult moments. If Stones arrived, he would likely receive a warm welcome from supporters who value his experience and quality. Tactical impact. Should Chelsea complete the move, Stones could slot seamlessly into several tactical systems. He could feature in a back four as a right-sided center back, in a back three, an inverted defensive role during possession, defensive midfielder in certain matches. That versatility would provide Chelsea with greater tactical flexibility throughout the season. Dressing room influence. One aspect often overlooked in transfer discussions is character. By all accounts, Stones is regarded as a consummate professional. His work ethic, humility, and commitment have earned respect from teammates throughout his career. Chelsea's youthful squad could benefit enormously from having another experienced voice in the dressing room. Leadership is not always loud. Sometimes it is demonstrated through consistency, preparation, and professionalism. The verdict: whether Chelsea ultimately make a formal move remains to be seen. However, if John Stones officially becomes a free agent this July, he would undoubtedly represent one of the most attractive opportunities on the market. Chelsea have the chance to add an experienced, winning defender without paying a transfer fee, while also bringing leadership and tactical intelligence to one of the youngest squads in the Premier League. There are understandable concerns over his injury history, but if he can remain fit, Stones still possesses the quality to compete at the highest level. As the transfer window continues, this is a story worth watching closely. Should Chelsea decide to pursue the England defender, it could prove to be one of the smartest and most cost-effective signings of the summer, adding